Tonight for the Hornets minivans in high school. We've never really put them on paper before, so we're going to find out who holds the track records. First thing up for the Mountain Dew minivans, the number 13 No Limits Racing 2005 Buick Terrazza. John Burbach out of Winona, that is Smalls.
Smalls comes across the line and a blazing 18.265. That is your current track record right now.
Well, that's very good math.
I'm good.
Next out, first time he's had one out here by himself, the number 31 out of Winona, Minnesota. That is Clayton Cheeto Hessig. Clayton Cheeto Hessig.
Cheeto been spending a lot of time at Toma this year. Cheeto comes across at an 18.924. He'll slot himself at second place.
Next out, 33rd year of running quarter-mile tracks. It's the number 12 Advantage Auto Savage 89 Dodge Caravan out of Toma. It's Al Bartles. Al, a consistent minivan driver the past 2 years.
Expect to see Al in a couple of divisions tonight. Al will come across the line at 18.869. That'll put him second.
Next out, the number 14 JR Pontiac Aztec from Sparta, Wisconsin. That is Dave True Jr., sponsored by Modern Disposal Service. His minivan is a tribute to the car his dad drove in the Hornets, the taxi cab, years ago.
True won the last feature for the minivans here just a couple of weeks ago. 18.151. He is now the new track record holder.
Next out, the 2005 Buick Terrazza. That's the 89 of Matt Bornheimer out of Holman. Matt Bornheimer. He's been pretty consistent the past 2 years.
I was just going to say, been very consistent in the minivans. Bornheimer will trip the line at an 18.617. That puts him third on the board.
Next up, the number 2 Larry's Taxidermy 2000 Chevy Venture, supported by Summit Fire Protection. Out of La Crosse, that's Chris Larson. Chris Larson, he's ran a Hornet. He runs a 6-cylinder. He runs a minivan.
Tried to kill the fish in the 6-cylinder a few weeks ago. Didn't happen. Larson will come across the line at an 18.016. He is now on top the board.
Number 98 is his brother in a 2005 Buick Terrazza. Out of La Crosse, this is Keith Larson. I think Dad and both sons are racing here this evening. They've been doing this for, oh goodness, 5-6 years.
At least that long.
Cylinders.
Well, he's got that back bumper cover flying in the wind. Little air resistance there, Dan. 18.165. That'll put him third.
Next out, he is a full-time dirt track driver, driving in memory always in the 03. Kyle Solberg. You should see the vinyl he's been doing this year. Holy cow.
It's anything like that hood right there. It's pretty impressive.
Outstanding.
Solberg will come across in a 19.757. He'll have some ground to make up in the races later tonight.
Coming out of Hoka, Minnesota. Next out, the 14H Crazy Dave's Auto Repair 2000 Chevy Venture from La Crosse, Wisconsin. The margins on Road Street entry of John Hebner.
Hebner won the opening day feature for the minivans this year. 17.844 is your new track record. 17.844.
That's going to be a hard one to beat right there. Next up, the number K9, JJ's Towing and Recovery 2004 Ford Windstar. Out of Onalaska, Wisconsin, that's Reckless John Clausen, sponsored by FTC Farms and CW Recovery. Reckless John Clausen.
Definitely not his minivan.
He's got a different entry every week.
I think, yeah. 24.28, he'll have some ground to make up.
That's called a man with connections. Well,
we got one more minivan coming.
One more minivan to go. The 06 River City Ready Mix 2005 Saturn Relay. Out of Winona, it's Zach Leach. Mark's Hot Water Pressure Washing and Home Services. The CB Shop Auto Center Towing, Alex Leach, and the grandfather and grandmama.
17.844 for Hebner as a track record. Leach will come across the line looking to beat Hebner's time. Not going to do it, an 18.185. That'll put him fifth on the board.
All righty, so again, your quick time qualifier unofficially And since we are now taking track records, he will be the first to claim a La Crosse Speedway track record with a 17.844. That is John Hebner. So a lot of our minivan drivers, or at least 2 or 3 of them, usually run with our 6-cylinder auto value street stock. So we'll give them a chance to hop out of there.
At Ace of La Crosse, they know that playtime around here goes year-round. Make the Sportsland stop before you head out hunting, fishing, or camping for quality products and services at great prices. Talk over your outdoor plans with the experts at Ace of La Crosse, your work and play headquarters.
Nothing is certain in life, son, except death. And when you walk into Little Caesars, there'll be a $5 hot and ready pizza for you.
What about taxes?
We're from the IRS.
I forgot taxes.
Walk in and walk out of Little Caesars with a large hot and ready classic for just $5.
Pizza, pizza.
Ace of La Crosse is your work and play headquarters when it comes to getting the job done. No place gives you better support for home, business, and industry with small engine and power tool repairs. Save by renting when you don't need to buy. Ace offers rentals on hundreds of items.
And that's Dan Fry. Fireball Lanes, Fireball Bar and Grill, and Dan's Trucking. If he wins a feature tonight, or his buddy Matt Moore, the 90 wins a feature, your first shot of Fireball's free at Fireball Lanes in Kendall.
Nice, 17.525. That's the pace he's going to be setting. Everybody's going to be looking to beat.
Top 5 for our next driver at Toma last night. The number 25 Billy's Custom Vinyl Chevrolet. That is Dustin McCracken out of Elroy. Dustin McCracken. That's a Chevy Malibu.
McCracken will get on top of the board at a 17.284.
Next out, he blew up his motor last week, so instead of buying a new motor, he just bought a brand new car. The number 83 DeLapp Race Graphics 2002 Acura TL Type S. Out of New Lisbon, Wisconsin, that's the Jester, Justin DeLapp Sr.
DeLapp picking that left rear tire up as he comes off a turn 4. Crosses the line at a 17.392. That'll put him second. They are all shooting for Jake Schommer's record of 16.275. That's the record they're shooting to beat.
Next up, the number 90, More for Less Auto Sales, former track champion 2004 Chevy Malibu from Kendall, Wisconsin, Matt Moore. Second at Toma last night. Valvoline Express Care of Toma and La Crosse. Fireball Lanes Bar and Grill and Shaw's Auto Salvage.
17.087 puts him on top the board.
Next out, the number 91, No Limits Motorsports, Steve Brosda, 2005 Ford Taurus out of Hickston, Wisconsin. Pete, look at him just coast into the corner, Billy Dog Niles.
I don't think he touched the brakes.
Pete Thompson didn't even lift.
17.692. He'll have some work to do later.
Next out, the Hulk Smash number 27, Erdman's Auto Body 04 Pontiac Grand Prix. Another Winona Knights from Minnesota. That is the Pinky-powered 27 of Alex Leach.
A little problem in the straights there. Auto
Center Towing, Boondocks Repair, Krause Signs, Jano Collectibles, Grandma and Grandpa England, Mom and Dad, and thanks, Norton.
19.143. You had that little hiccup in the backstretch there.
Next up, the number 10, Auto Towing Center, 06 Chevy Malibu, sponsored by Curly's Embroidery. Out of Goodview, Minnesota, Adam Kit Kat Curly. Adam Kit Kat Curly almost brought that back left tire up.
Curly will trip the line at a 17.750.
Down below, the number 24, The Shed, 2003 Honda Accord, Rochester, Minnesota's Splatter Spencer Nevinger. Cycle Pro Sales and Service, All Seasons Power and Sport, Nicholson Painting. He came up with the nickname Splatter himself.
I wonder why, yeah.
Good young guy right there, too.
Splatter splats the line at an 18.372. 18.372. That puts him seventh right now.
Wow, the number 97 2002 Ford Taurus of La Crosse's Brian Larson was on the hammer early. That should be one of 3 Larsons, all the same family racing in the 6-cylinders tonight.
'97 of Larson fights it off at turn 4 for an 18.089, and 18.089 puts him seventh.
Next out, this will be his first time here in 2020, he ran hobbies and streets last year. Sparta, Wisconsin's double zero of Thomas Farah.
Farah definitely fighting that bad boy going into turn 3. You see he locked the brakes up. 18-103, puts him 8th right now. He's got some work to do on that front end.
Next out, longtime crew chief, now street stock driver, the number 94 S&BR Engineering 2002 Acura from York, Wisconsin, Steve Brosda. Herb's Repair, EPR, No Limits Motorsports, and Rustic Haven splattered all over that car.
Brosda won a heat race just a couple of weeks ago. 17-200, 17-200 for Brosda.
Back out again, the number 31 J&D Lawn Care 2002 minivan out of Winona. That's Clayton Cheeto Hessig. See, that's the thing. You buy a $200 minivan, you're automatically going to run 2 divisions here at La Crosse.
That's a good night right there. Cheeto comes across the line. At an 18.860, doesn't make the top 10. He'll have some work to do later tonight.
One of our only female drivers in the Auto Value Street Stocks. Next out, the 09 Auto Towing Center Dodge Neon. Out of Goodview, Minnesota, Katie Wolf, and she really had a fantastic run the last time she was out.
Taking a little high, coming off a 3 and 4. Looks like it might be a decent lap. Let's check it out here on the board. 18.622, not in the top 10. She'll be making her way through.
Next out, a couple of family members racing here tonight. First out, the number 130 Ward Construction 96 Chevy Camaro. Melrose, Wisconsin's Tori Lockington. He's the head football coach and track and field programs manager at Melrose Medora High School.
You know, years ago when they started the Hornet class, he was the only one to run a Volkswagen Bug, which was pretty impressive.
Armed transportation, double barrel in country land, seamless gutters.
18.364, that'll put him 10th.
Next out, the other Lockington with us tonight, the number 30, that's Landon Lockington. Landon Lockington in his Chevy Monte Carlo. Both full-timers at High Shelby at the Thomas Sparta Speedway.
And both tribute paint schemes to the late Ron Lockington.
And if you look in the pits, there's the bus.
18.259 for the younger Lockington.
Their bus is in the pits that brings them in.
I see that.
Next out, the number 12 Advantage Auto Salvage. 2006 Pontiac Grand Am. That is Al Bartles out of Tomah, Wisconsin.
The second of 3 possible divisions he's driving tonight. Bartles will trip the line at a 17.831. That puts him 8th right now.
Next out, the number 42 Larry's Taxidermy Summit Fire Protection 97 Pontiac Grand Prix. From a van to a 6-cylinder, it is La Crosse's Chris Larson. 4th year he's been in that car.
That car shows some excellent straightaway speed. 16.510, just misses the track record.
So we have a newcomer on the track tonight, the number 40. We don't have any information on, so that's going to be Johnny Clutch Pedal Jr. down below number 40. Wouldn't be surprised if that'll be a demo car later on tonight. We'll see what he can put down.
The Clutch Pedal crosses at an 18.547. This car is still running. I cannot believe it.
The 9805. I think it used to be a Toyota, maybe a Chevy Monte Carlo. Kind of hard to tell right now. That is Keith Larson.
Keith Larson. He's really doing a good job of destroying that car.
At the back, it is a Chevy Monte Carlo, so I can see at least that much.
17.262, a 17.262 puts him in. Where'd he go there on the board?
Next up, the number K9 JJ's Towing and Recovery 2000 Acura FTC Farm CW Recovery Entry on Alaska's Reckless John Clausen. Reckless John Clausen, that's about his 6th different car or van or both this year.
Tonight.
It's the K9 Batman.
$19,552, that puts him way down the board.
Next up, the number 21M, JJ's Towing and Recovering minivan. So Clausen's going to run it in the minivans, and Matt Miller will be driving it during the street stocks. That's going to be Matt Miller.
4th place is 98.
Matt just got the radio on, going for a nice Saturday night drive.
I bet he's got the air on in there. 22-871, 22-871.
Next out, the number 14, Crazy Dave's Auto Repair. That's a Chevy Monte Carlo, and we think that may be John Hebner. John may have himself a brand new street stock. He also runs minivans. He's the point leader, and he runs a Hornet.
That's a nice-looking Monte he's got there.
And he drives like Hebner. Drove it right in there in the 4.
Big time. Okay. Looks like Miller thought he was getting 2 laps and tripped it, so Hebner may have to come around and qualify again.
Could be a good thing if he thought he was a shant bit slow. That'll bring up the 06 River City Ready Mix 08 Chevy Impala out of Winona, Minnesota. Zach Leach. A CB shop, JJ's Towing Auto Center of Towing, Roy and Deb, Grandma and Grandpa, and Alex Leach. Who is this Roy and Deb we speak of? Roy looked around like, is that me?
Leach coming across the corner, a little problem in turn 4 there, a bobble. That's not going to look good on the scoreboard.
That's a lot slower than Zach.
21.64, yeah.
Wow. Next up, the number 13, No Limits Motorsports 2002 Acura, Bauer Built Tire and Service, and Boondocks Repair Entry. Out of Winona, Minnesota, that's Smalls. John Burbach. It's going to be one of his more interesting paint schemes over the years.
Well, most definitely. It's a better paint scheme than that Bronco or whatever it is he's driving. Smalls comes across at a 17.682, a 17.682. That puts him 8th right now.
77, Crazy Dave's Auto Repair, 09 Buick Skylark. Lacrosse's Rob Stanfield is next. Last year's minivan champion.
Stansfield had a great race a couple weeks ago with Bartles and Moore to win the feature. Stanfield will cross the line at a 17.066. That's second place. Now we got to see if they're going to send Hebner back out or not. Hebner did not get an official time. All right, we're told the 14 should be coming back out. There he is backing out of his stall right now. He's going to get one more lap.
Like, wake up, John. You're not done yet, sir. The Hornets are going to be qualifying next. We're going to do group qualifying with the Hornets on the Action Track quarter mile, looking for a new track record holder. And the high schoolers, High School Racing Association, they will be out to qualify as well. How about that? You could be 14 years old running out of here, and you'll have the track record in the High School Association.
That would be awesome. There's something to brag about if they open up school this fall.
So John Hebner is back out, trying to get that 1 lap back.
Hebner already the fast qualifier in the minivans. Just looking to make it 2 for 2 on this lap right here.
Hebner gets the 1 lap back.
17.263, not enough. What was Larson's time?
16.510. So 16.510 will be the unofficial fast time for Chris Larson out of La Crosse, Wisconsin. Hornets are next, group qualifying, 2 sessions right down below you on the Action Track quarter mile. Concession stands are open. Billy and I have already polished off 6 brats. Now I'm working on some cheese curds, and these are fantastic curds.
Wait a minute, 6 brats.
Tower head. We've got good Vita Ice. It's nice and cold tea.
You don't have to fly to Kansas City to get great barbecue.
Big Boar Barbecue is open for customers in their dining room. They've weathered the virus and are now ready to welcome you back inside the dining room for lunch and dinner. They're practicing social distancing, extra cleaning, and sanitizing. For those who don't want to come inside, the drive-thru is open, and the outdoor picnic tables are clean and ready for your use. Big Boar Barbecue is open again, Highway 16 West Salem. Come enjoy a delicious mouthful or call 608-612-0387. At Ace of La Crosse, they know that playtime around here goes year-round. Make the Sportsland stop before you head out hunting, fishing, or camping for quality products and services at great prices. Talk over your outdoor plans with the experts at Ace of La Crosse, your work and play headquarters.
Cheeser, pepperoni cheeser, you know you got it all right.
Little Caesar's new pepperoni cheeser with classic pepperoni, fresh mozzarella, and a toasted Parmesan and Asiago cheese crust for $7 at Little Caesar.
All right, in a minute, Dan's got to check on something. We look at it leading around. There's Jimmy Bjorkman in the 28, the 10 car. Jaden Schott, the first ever high school association winner. Mark Lethe in the 33, one of our special guests tonight, the 5 car of Mike Carlson.
44, Jake Chalmers. The K9 is Chris Christian. 41, Cheyenne Stanfield. And the 2 is Dakota Clausen. Dakota had a great run going at Toma last night, blew up the motor in his other Hornet car. So Billy Doc Niles, you're going to watch the Tobacco Outlet and Grocery scoreboard very closely as we're going to look for a new track record holder tonight.
Most definitely right now. Mike Carlson on top of the board. As you see Jimmy Bjorkman lead him across. Bunch of fast cars here right now.
About 3 laps in, it's going to be Cheyenne Stanfield's got quick time right now, followed by Jimmy Bjorkman, Mike Carlson. The 10, the Legacy Painting in 90 of Honda Accord of Jaden Schott. Cheyenne Stanfield, the Merchant Graphics and Design 2001 Toyota Celica. Jake Chalmers, the Hoka Co-op 2003 Acura. Mike Carlson, the Whipkey Fur Trading Company. Carlson Designs Epic Media Weir's Machine number 5. The 33 is the Nick's Bar 91 Honda Civic of Mark Lethe. Chris Christian, a brand new Hornet driver. That'll be session number 1, and Jimmy Bjorkman has overtaken fast time on the Tobacco Outlet Plus Grocery scoring tower. Ooh, black flag. Black flag going to Chris Christian's K9. Cheyenne Stanfield's got quick time back again. So it's been between Cheyenne Stanfield and Jimmy Bjorkman. They flip-flopped on the scoring tower. Normally you don't see that. We don't see
no,
that.
This is fun. I'm watching that scoreboard. This is fun to watch right here. Stansfield been clicking off some really fast laps.
So it's 16,781, 514. We'll get you the unofficial quick time qualifier. And somebody's going to set the track record tonight. Bjorkman left back out there, so is Schott, Carlson, Clausen. Stanfield's had enough. And Lethe. Mike Carlson's moved up 1 notch to second. Jaden Schott now 3rd fastest. Bjorkman's fallen back to 4th. White flag is out. One more time to hammer it down to get on that scoring tower. We're going to have 2 different sessions of Hornets tonight. Group qualifying and a new track champion. So checkered flag will fly.
And Dan,
after the first session, it's Cheyenne Stanfield, Mike Carlson, Jaden Schott, Jimmy Bjorkman, Dakota Clausen, Jake Chalmers, and Mark Lethe. That is your current top 7 as we get ready for another group of swarming Hornets.
And the time they have to beat, she laid down a heck of a time at a 16.265. Blazing fast time.
Again, if you just got here, folks, we have not really keeping track of Hornets, minivans, and high schoolers because we've had so many. We are going to be filling in the blanks for new track records tonight. Right now, John Hebner would hold it for the minivans. Who's going to get it for the Hornets? 0-1 is Dexter Malin. There's the birthday boy, Sean McCarthy. Sean McCarthy, the Joker in the 6. John Hebner, the 14. 21M is Matt Miller. 32, Joey Johnson Jr. Nick Murgic is in the 12 car tonight. Late model point leader Nick Murgic in the 12. The 3 car, Michael Walks Jr. out of Albert Lee, Minnesota. The 24, Justin Iverson. And the 77 is Rob Stanfield. 21 is Jacob Iverson. And Keanu Barney, the rookie, the first American Roofing and Siding 93 Honda. This is only her second race of the year. This is her first race. So that is Andy Barney's daughter, Billy Doc Niles, and Jaden Schock's sister.
That's awesome. Her first time out. That's really cool to have her out here.
Cheyenne Stanfield still leads quick time. Nick Murgic has popped into 7th. The top 6 have not changed. Look at Murgic running the outside rail like he's on the big track.
Yeah, he blows by the car of Miller right there. Slowed him up just a bit. That's a half a second off his last time. He needs some, like they say in NASCAR, some clean air to run some really fast times.
So Murgic has jumped into the top 5. Ronald Walks Jr. has jumped into the top 6. Time to beat a 16.265. Couple of minutes left on group qualifying for the Ants Complete Pest Control Hornets. Murgic falls back to 6 as Walks takes over the number 5 position. He's in the red number 3 out of Albert Lee. .32 of Joey Johnson Jr. He'll leave the track. He's currently in 8th, pushing Jake Chalmers and John Hebner backwards. Still top 3, Cheyenne Stanfield, Mike Carlson, and Jaden Schock, Jimmy Bjorkman, and Michael Walks Jr. Caution is just about ready on the caution. White flag about ready to come out. Tick tock, Billy Doc Niles. Top 3 have been unscathed so far.
Yeah, I've been watching Nick Murgic make some really good laps, but he gets into traffic and kind of slows him down. He was in the top 5 for a while. Michael Walks Jr. is happy with top 5 as he pulls off the track. There goes Murgic. One more time around for most of these guys to get a shot at that top 5 and that new track record. Checkered flag is going to fall last time around.
And we're going to let
Stansfield,
you know how it finally
Malem.
shakes down as Barney is a newcomer. Nice to see that young 15-year-old out here racing. Iverson will be the last one to cross the stripe. So, unofficially, your quick time qualifier and new track record holder is Cheyenne Stanfield with a 16.265.
She has a couple fans down here.
6.5.
Just 2? Okay.
Well, the number 1 is here. The number 1.5 is in the pits. All right, High School Racing Association, our last.
You don't have to fly to Kansas City to get great barbecue.
Big Boar Barbecue is open for customers in their dining room. They've weathered the virus and are now ready to welcome you back inside the dining room for lunch and dinner. They're practicing social distancing, extra cleaning, and sanitizing. For those who don't want to come inside, the drive-thru is open and the outdoor picnic tables are clean and ready for your use. Big Boar Barbecue is open again, Highway 16 West Salem. Come enjoy a delicious mouthful or call 608-612-0387.
At Ace of La Crosse, they know that playtime around here goes year-round. Make the Sportsland stop before you head out hunting, fishing, or camping for quality products and services at great prices. Talk over your outdoor plans with the experts at Ace of La Crosse, your work and play headquarters.
Chase Elliott likes his Mountain Dew free and his pizza fast. Little Caesars Pizza Portal fast.
Chase Elliott! No way!
You're free too, little Mr. Elliott.
Free 2-liter. No way!
Get a free 2-liter with any pizza purchase in our mobile app.
Pizza.
Ace of Lacrosse is your work and play headquarters when it comes to getting the job done. No place gives you better support for home, business, and industry with small engine and power tool repairs. Save by renting when you don't need to buy. Ace offers rentals on hundreds of items.
Nothing is certain in life, son, except death, and when you walk into Little Caesars, there'll be a $5 hot and ready pizza for you.
What about taxes?
We're from the IRS.
I forgot taxes. Walk in and walk out of Little Caesars with a large hot and ready classic for just $5.
Pizza.
It does have a nice lush green look to it, except right there in the middle.
Want to bet it's all brown and yucky here by the end of the night?
Now, that sprinkler doesn't go off. If they do like they did last year, that sprinkler will stay on until demo derby time, and it becomes a nice mud pit. Can't wait.
And you want me down there to commentate on this?
This is correct, in your tennis shoes. First High School Racing Association driver out. The number 54 Fry Racing 98 Buick Century from Kendall, Wisconsin, representing Royal High School, Dawson Richmond. That is Dan Fry's stepson. Weber Enterprises, More for Less Auto Sales, Usemco, Pony Express, and Grandpa Dobrats.
I like seeing that number 54 on top of the board, don't you? 18,739 first time.
It's because a 15-year-old did something you couldn't do. Next driver out in the number 89.
I qualified first once.
Jungle Inn Reynolds 98 Chevy Monty from Melrose, sponsor at supporting Melrose Mindoro High School. It's Braden Lockington, Melrose Storage and Melrose Auto Clinic.
Lockington looking real feisty coming through 3 and 4. Got a heck of a lineage behind that name. 18,328. He'll be on the top of the board.
All right, now we have another new high schooler out with us tonight. We do not know, as we don't have a media sheet on who the number 4 is.
Junior clutch pedal.
Let's see. Gold and blue, I think, would be what, the Aquinas Blue Golds? Yep.
Yeah, there's an Aquinas on the hood. Yep.
We can't see who that is.
Well, the Aquinas driver comes across at a 19,013. If anybody has information on that driver, please bring it up to us.
All right, next one sponsoring Melrose Mindoro High School, the number 2 Act Concrete Pontiac Grand Prix. Out of Mindoro, Mitchell Berg, Barney's Equipment, Cindy's, Niebauer Plumbing, and Sign Pro. Number 4 is Joey Miller.
Berg will come across at a 19,424.
So Joey Miller is out of La Crescent, though he supports Aquinas. Next up, the number 72 Defy Motorsports 98 Ford Contour. Out of Onalaska, Ashton Toon Kinsey. Sponsored by Absolute Comfort. It says, I can eat a whole pizza and not gain any weight.
I think that's a slam on you.
I'm 70 years older than he is, and I can still do that.
Kinsey comes sliding across the line at a 19,023. What was the time for the 89?
So then 18,328 for the 89 Braden Lockington, and unofficially, Braden Lockington would be the track record holder in the High School Racing Association. How about that? So again, unofficially, your quick time qualifier for the Hornets is Cheyenne Stanfield, 16,265. In the minivans, John Hebner with a 17,844. And for the High School Racing Association, Braden Lockington with an 18,328. So again, contact drags, we'll explain to you how that's going to go on later tonight. Demolition Derby, I really don't think you need to be explained what happens during one of those. You drive backwards real fast, you hit people, and you protect your radiator. Dennis Johnson does that on a continual basis in his semi. 26 years without a wreck now. Of course, Hornets, high schoolers, straight stocks, and minivans, along with the High School Racing Association, all on the action track quarter mile tonight. Just a reminder, folks, Wednesday night racing comes to the La Crosse Speedway next week as the CWRA Stars of Legend Tour makes its return to the Speedway for the first time in over 25 years as the Larry Weirs Tribute Race takes place right here on Wednesday night. Weirs, of course, promoted events for many years, both at La Crosse and in Wisconsin Dells. Night's going to be kind of a retro night. CWRA group race for many years on Wednesday nights here at the Speedway. And some racing dignitaries with the CWRA will be on hand. Larry Weirs is going to be here. Probably the entire Weirs family is going to be here. Some of the CWRA drivers you can expect. Point leader John Beal, the real deal John Beal. The King, Mark Mackesy, two-time defending champ Jeff Weinfurter, Brett Breitenfeld, Sparta's own Harley Jankowski, Toma's own Corey Jankowski, Monty Gress. I would think that both Gresses will be here. They have the 107.5 cars. One's blue, one's black. They're pretty cool looking. Adam Oxborough ran here in Sportsman and Late Model, should be with the CWRA. Billy Doc Niles, a guy who won the CWRA season title in 1991, is going to be here racing Wednesday night. I think you would recognize the name of Mark Lamoureux.
Yeah, Mark was pretty prominent in the CWRA back in the 70s and 80s, and even into the early 90s when it switched over from CWRA to NASCAR here in the early 90s. But there was one year where they only ran a 6-race season. He won 5 of the 6 races to win the championship here. So Lamoureux's pretty familiar with this track.
And some local favorites also running with the CWRA back in the day. Tom Carlson will be racing Wednesday night. Steve Carlson's going to be racing Wednesday night. Brent Kirshner, Matt Henderson, Steve Bachman, feature winner from last week, and Nick Clements are all hoping to make the show. Two 30-lap features Wednesday night. Our Street Stocks and Hornets will be racing as well, making a fantastic card out of it. Going to be a lot of racing here Wednesday night at 7:30. And, of course, Billy, you've been around this area for a lot longer than I have, and I know you've got some pretty fond memories of Wednesday night races at La Crosse.
Oh, most definitely running around up here on the stands and then running around in the pits. My dad raced CWRA here at La Crosse on Dells for a number of years, and that familiar Coney Island black number 2. So, it's going to be kind of cool. 20-plus years since the CWRA has been here at La Crosse, so looking forward to seeing them race again here this coming Wednesday night. Supposed to have the fair. This was supposed to be a fair time special, but we're still going to be racing even if the fair isn't going to be here.
Pretty interesting that the highest point getter out of the two 30-lap features will be crowned the Larry Weirs Tribute Race Champion. They're going to get a $500 bonus from Weirs, and Clayson Buick GMC is putting up another $500 into the payout purse. So Billy Doc Niles, if you are the highest point getter, out of the 2 30-lap features, you're going to win an additional grand.
You know, you made a pretty good point on our radio show this afternoon that it's almost like a mini trickle 99, like 2/3 of a trickle 99. So it's not only are they racing for a feature win, but they're all racing for their best place so they can get that overall points win. You want me to announce that she didn't get the track record?
Yeah, just say track official.
You know, track officials have been combing through the Hornets because the Hornets have qualified a couple times this year. Unfortunately for Cheyenne Stanfield, that was not the track record tonight. It was so close. Sorry. Hey, she still got fast time. But the track record is actually a 16:177 set by Patrick Tickey earlier this year. So she just missed it. Don't blame me. Hey, I am number one. Don't you forget that.
You are the number one messenger of the La Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway.
Don't shoot the messenger.
Coming up next Saturday, we go right back into it. Man, I tell you what, this is probably the busiest 2 weeks. 12 races in 18 days for me.
How's the voice, buddy?
Doing fantastic. Twin 20-lap NASCAR late model features coming up next Saturday night, and things are really sprucing up. How about Nick Murgic, your current late model point leader, 14 points better than Jacob Gady, and 20 points better than Steve Carlson. I was teasing Nick. You know, he and Gady have given me the same spiel the past 2 years. I interview him. Hey, are you going to run the Crosse Speedway full-time this year? Oh, well, I'm not here to run points. I'm just here to run, have fun, and I'm here to race. So
who's first and second in points?
I hear. Well, I was just talking to Nick earlier tonight, and I put a fake microphone down to him. I said, Nick Murgic, let's talk about the La Crosse Speedway. Are you going to be running full-time here this year, or are you just going to be running for points? Well, I'm Nick Murgic, and I'm just going to be, I can't get my voice that high because he's, Nick Murgic. I'm just going to be watching, I don't watch the point standings. I'm just here to race for fun. I think it's going to be a whole different story now. I think we're going to have 3, possibly 4 late model drivers all the way down to Oktoberfest battling it out for a late model championship.
You know, it's unfortunate for our Minnesota friends that their track can't get going, much like our friends down in Madison. And we welcome them with open arms here every Saturday night to La Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway. And the competition they bring to this track, they have just upped the game that much more. Where Steve Carlson thought he had like 2 or 3, maybe 4 competitors to beat, now he's got a whole handful. Any one of a dozen drivers could win on any given night. So this is some awesome competition. Looking forward to some great racing tonight. Welcome, everybody, for Quarter Mile Mania. We got a really good crowd going on here. Hornets, street stocks, minivans. Our high school association is racing tonight. We're going to have a double spin to win novelty event tonight. Also, you're going to see contract drags if you've never seen that before. It's basically some of our drivers and some of our house cars, and the only rule is one of you have to be to the finish line before the other one. It's anything goes. And then, of course, you see where that sprinkler is right down here in the front stretch here, and you got the wall kind of spread out right there. That wall is going to come all the way out onto the track. We are going to have a 25-car demo derby to end the night tonight, so big plans for tonight.
Looking at our current point standings, Mountain Dew minivans running tonight. John Hebner and Chris Larson tied for first. This one's also going to go down to Oktoberfest. I can feel it right now. Dave True Jr., only 3 points out of first, won the last feature here with La Crosse. Keith Larson's only 4 points out of first, and Matt Bornheimer is still in the chase. 15 points behind your front runners. So 15 points separate your top 5 of the top 2 that are currently tied.
That's just evidence of the close racing you got here at La Crosse.
Also racing tonight are the Ants Complete Pest Control Hornets. Jimmy Bjorkman leads his brother Mark Lethe by 4 points. Cheyenne Stanfield is only 8 back. 13 back is Jaden Schock. And Chris Thunderberg trying to knock down another Hornet championship. He's only 19 back, so again, 19 points in the Hornets, not a whole lot. 5 drivers still going after each other here for that point championship. For the street stocks, Matt Moore has a firm stranglehold on the point standings. He leads Dan Fry by 40. He and Rob Stanfield, matter of fact, tied for second. Zach Leach currently running 4th, and Chris Larson rounds out your top 5. For the High School Racing Association, Dawson Richmond has a 3-point lead over Ashton Kinsey. 6 better than Jaden Schock, 7 better than Kelsey Clements, and 13 better than Matt Satka. Matter of fact, here's a cool story. Found out at Thomas Sparta Speedway last night. Matt Satka ran in the street stocks last night. It's going to be his last race of the summer, unfortunately.
Why is that?
Young man, very sad that he can't race anymore this year. He leaves for Army boot camp on Monday.
He has a very good excuse. Thank you very much, young man, for your service to our country.
Good deal. Good deal. And, of course, he races with Cameron Riggs and Tristan Drazkowski and Matt Drazkowski. Of course, Tristan with the Minnesota National Guard. So a great, great military family right there he's a part of.
Hey, where are Crystal and Philip Dixon? Where are you two at? Raise your hands. Where are you at? So let me see. Where are they? Point at them again. That's them right there. All right, everybody, wish them a happy 10th anniversary tonight for Crystal and Philip Dixon. There we go. And also, we got a birthday in the house. Where's Jameson Kleinsmith? Jameson, happy birthday to you. If you have a birthday or anniversary wish, please come up to the back of the tower. The Penguin is right back there. He'll take all your information. Make sure we get it out on the loudspeaker tonight.
With Sean the Joker McCarthy.